I'm going to have a little prayer for our friends in Highland Park. We will have a pledge of allegiance.
Heavenly Father, on the heels of celebrating Independence Day, help us to remember the freedoms that we benefit from every day: the freedom to assemble, the freedom of speech, the freedom to worship, and the freedom to govern ourselves. Let us be ever mindful of those freedoms that were purchased with the lives of patriots, and let us remember that all freedom first came from you. It is my prayer that you will continue to protect and bless America and guide us in all your ways. Amen.
As all of you know, there's been quite a few mass shootings in our country over the last months and years. This one especially touched close to home. I have many friends in the Highland Park area, and this is the first time I've done it in 5 years of being mayor, but I think it's time for prayer. God, we praise you for being good. Thank you for being intimately close to the families of this horrific shooting. We know you are grieved and mourn with us. We are aware that you are angry that this has happened again. It tears our communities in this world apart. It breaks our hearts, and we know it breaks yours. We thank you that you comfort and mend the families' broken hearts to the extent that you are able to. We hope that the families accept your love and experience your tenderness toward them in this painful time. We don't want to be passive bystanders, God. We want to be spirit-led, active adventurers, paving the way for justice, peace, and healing. God, we attune our hearts' ears to your voice at this moment. What is it that you want us to do, and be your hands and feet, so that your empowered love can reign in this hour? Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Doug Brown.
Here.
Megan Bryant.
Here.
Larry Bud.
Here.
Becky Driscoll.
Here.
I'm sorry, Steve Dorsones. Jim Olive.
Here.
Chris Coletti.
Here.
Jeremy Wilson.
Here.
All aldermen are present except for Alderman Dorsones. Motion to approve the omnibus vote designation.
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Bryant.
Second.
Alderman Driscoll. Roll call.
Megan Bryant.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Coletti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. Minutes of the public hearing held June 20th, 2022. Minutes of the regular meeting held June 20th, 2022. Minutes of the Public Facilities Committee meeting held June 23rd, 2022. And minutes of the Street and Sewer Committee meeting held June 23rd, 2022. Motion to approve the minutes. Motion by Alderman Bryant, second. Alderman Skoltedi. Roll call.
Megan Bryant.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Coletti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. An ordinance amending the zoning classification of certain property, Jerry and Tammy Sexson, 900 block of North Silver property. Motion by Alderman Wilson, second.
Second.
Alderman Bryant, questions or comments? Roll call.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Coletti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryant.
Yes.
Mayor Barry.
Yes. Motion carries 8-0. Resolution to levy an additional tax of 0.02% for the library purchase of sites and buildings for the construction and equipment of buildings and for the maintenance, repairs, and alterations of library buildings and equipment. Motion. Alderman Bud, second.
Second.
Alderman Brown, questions or comments? Roll call.
Rocky, were you saying something?
Yeah, I was just going to point out, I already mentioned this to your city clerk, the resolution at the library district, it will have to be amended because it refers to an election date of November 2021 instead of November 2022. With your resolutions, okay?
All right. Any other questions or comments? Roll call.
Kathy Driscoll?
No.
Jim Olive?
Yes.
Chris Coletti?
No.
Jeremy Wilson?
Yes.
Doug Brown?
Yes.
Megan Bryant?
Yes.
Larry Bud?
Yes.
Motion carries 5-2. Motion to approve the purchase of a new Orion Vstar40B2 pH monitor from NCL Labs at a cost not to exceed $4,414.35. Motion. Alderman Skoltedi, second.
Second.
Alderman Wilson, questions or comments? Roll call.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Skoltedi,
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Ryder.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Motion to bid and or advertise heavy equipment operator A in the sewer department.
So moved.
Motion of Alderman Bryant, second.
Second.
Alderman Wilson, questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Motion to approve the City Hall Alley Improvements Engineering Proposal for Benton Associates in the amount not to exceed $4,600 and services during construction an estimated amount of $1,600. Motion by
So moved.
Alderman Wilson, second.
Second.
Alderman Bud, questions or comments?
Yeah. What fund are we going to use for this? Because it doesn't state.
We're gonna talk about that in my committee report. It came out of my committee's BDD. To use a engineering study, but this is for bidding documents, correct?
Prepare the plan and bidding documents.
So it's not really, they're not gonna really do an engineering study, it's prepare the bidding documents and have a surveyor come survey.
Are we taking it out of the street funds? Or is this, it's a BDD eligible expense, so we just need to know what fund it's gonna come out of.
BDD is on the other motion towards the end.
It doesn't state that in this one here.
You can modify it and put it on here if you want.
Well, I didn't make the motion. Oh, did I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I modified the motion, pay for this out of BDD funds.
Motion is modified to be paid out of BDD funds. I have a motion by Alderman Wilson, second.
Second.
Alderman Bryant, other questions or comments? Roll call.
Chris Skoltedi.
No.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryant.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
No.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
I think the motion fails because I think we have to have a 6-2 vote. Is 5-2 good enough with one absent? Rocky?
Rocky.
You got a 6-2 vote?
We got a
5-2
5-2
vote.
because we have one
Votes
absent.
unanimous.
I'm not interested in majority vote, you don't need a short vote.
What's that?
We do not, it's fine.
Motion passes 5-2. Motion to approve the special events permit for Mid-American Sport Parachute Club at the airport from 12 p.m. on August 12th, 2022 through dusk on August 14th, 2022.
So moved.
Motion of Alderman Driscoll, second.
Second.
Alderman Bryant, questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Motion to approve the Class O liquor gaming license for TC Barbershop, TC Gaming, located at 1010 West Sexson. Motion by
So moved.
Alderman Bud, second.
Second.
Alderman Wilson, questions or comments?
I'm very, I believe we have enough gaming establishments. Personally, I'm going to reluctantly vote for this because we have nothing in place to limit them as we speak, or any procedure or policy. But I think that's something, in my opinion, that needs to be addressed. I think we are at a group, I mean, at a limit. I mean, it seems like every other block is a gaming establishment. We at this point don't have a way, or at least not in my knowledge, to limit these licenses.
Oh, no.
All right, any other comments or questions?
My comment?
And Mr. Mayor,
we need-
if I might comment, I just want to remind the council that this appears to be for a Class O liquor gaming license. Under your current code, it has to be located in a C1 or C2 zoning district, so I assume that's in place. But it can only be in a separate enclosed room where video gaming terminals are located. And the plans, dimensions, specifications, and the location of that room has to be approved by the city council and the Illinois Gaming Board. So I don't know if they have provided that such plans and specifications to you, that you can act on this tonight or not.
Yes, well, as far as I know, they went to the Planning and Zoning Commission and also the Board of Appeals, and that was approved through them. They've submitted the buildings for the building permit, and everything was approved. I don't know about the gaming people, but it is a separate building.
It's also been
connected
approved
to
by
that.
Excel Gaming as well.
Right. And so.
I just say that and I understand that, I'm hearing you say it went to the zoning board of appeals, but the city council needs to approve it according to your ordinance. So I don't know if those will be before the council this evening or not, or they've seen it. Just to point that out there, that's what your ordinance says.
All right. So we can vote
So
on
you
this?
you might want to wait till you get the plans and specs and have it before the council at your July 18th meetings, what I'm trying to say.
That's fine with me. Do we have a motion to table this?
I'll make the
I would
motion.
say
Problem
you
is
should table
on the
this until
table.
you get those plans and specs
Table
before the
this.
council, so they can vote.
Second,
Second.
Alderman Bryant,
Who was the first one?
Bud,
No, thank you.
roll call?
Jeremy Wilson,
Yes.
Doug Brown?
Yes.
Megan Bryant?
Yes.
Claire Budd?
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll? Jim Olive?
Yes.
Chris Teddy?
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0 to table this. Discussions and or motions related to Cheney and Bidwell Street project update. Discussion, Alderman Wilson? Yeah?
Actually, got my sheet, prices on it. Talked about this at my committee meeting.
Very well.
So some of the estimated cost of what Cheney Street would cost in the BDD sections ranges from their estimated $277,811 to $367,304. For Bidwell, the BDD section ranges from $172,732 to $230,117. The ward parts of it for Cheney would be Ward 2, range from $126,304 to $168,154. Bidwell, the ward cost range from $120,708 to $160,070. Some of the info Bill presented to us at my committee meeting. Questions or comments, or is that?
This is just, trying to approve, put a motion out to approve for an engineering study, right, and bid, the bid process.
There's no motion on that.
Well, it's a motion, it's a discussion or a motion, and we make a motion from it. This is just to get the bids, so we know truly
Yeah,
what
just,
it
these are
is.
just what they're estimating the cost, but yeah, we wanna know what it truly costs, we need to put it out for bid.
And we're hoping, German flags being here, is that their bids will come in substantially lower since all their equipment and everything is here. Hopefully.
I see two questions with this. Is the council going to approve using BDD funds for both streets? And also are the wards of these, Bidwell is in Ward 1, Cheney is in Ward 2. Are the wards going to pay for the rest, or Ward 5 sits out there, we got over $250,000 in Ward 5, and that needs council approval, I think 6-2. These are both major roads in the town. I know they're not in Ward 3 or 4, but there's roads in Ward 3 and 4 that could probably use Ward 5 money also for improvements. If not this year, maybe in the next year or two. South Cherokee Street is it, most of it is in Ward 4. Ward 3, you got Webster Street, I believe. South Webster is in Ward 3 that could be used Ward 5 money. So I would suggest that we use Ward 5 money to help both these wards improve major roads in their area. Alderman Bryant?
I just want to remind everybody of a discussion, especially you, Mayor, and you, Larry, where we discussed using BDD money because it was going to save our other funds for wards like Ward 3 that have sewer backing up in everybody's basements so that we could get those fixed since they're not BDD eligible. So that was how it was put out there to me to justify using BDD money instead of the wards using their money, is it was gonna save so much for poor Ward 3. So I'm gonna be down for using the BDD money, but not Ward 5 money.
That's just your opinion or against mine?
It is, that is what you told me.
Right.
So it's not against your opinion,
No.
that was your opinion.
Right. No,
Okay.
My opinion is we have $250,000 in Ward 5 of taxpayer
I'll use
money.
it all.
We should spend it.
We should, on the streets down there where sewers are backing up in their basements.
Improvements, yes.
Yes.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Okay, well then let's use BDD to hook up Ward 1 and 2.
I've said for the last year and a half, what are we saving this money for? We need to spend this money. The people out there deserve to have good streets, good sewers, good sidewalks, good roads.
Well then let's
good
break it up and
curbs.
give it to the curbs, or give it to the wards, so then we can use it for whatever.
That's fine with me. That's perfectly fine.
Is that on the record?
I just
Everybody
don't,
got that right?
I just don't want it, I don't want it sitting there in a bank account not being used.
I completely agree.
So, it's.
It was an emergency.
Well, it's been whatever everybody needs it to be.
Alderman Skoltedi?
Everything's
Alderman
important.
Wilson and I have already discussed one of the reasons that we'd like to get it bid while they're here, because hopefully it will come in cheaper. Ward 2 has a substantial amount of funds. We have a lot of roads that we're getting oil and chipped this year. We got several sidewalks, driveway approaches and everything else. So, if it did come in substantially lower than what the Ward 2 portion would be, we wouldn't hesitate to pay for our share of it. You know, it's one of the things that's in our ward if we've got the money, but I want to make sure, I'd like to see the bid before I commit to saying, we're probably going to spend $100,000 in roads and sidewalks at least this year in our ward. And I don't want to eat up the rest of our ward funds with $160,000 for the road work, So, to see if I can push it off for a year or whatever, so, I'd really like to see it get bid out so that we can have some finalized numbers. So we can work from that. Right now, you're just working from, just kind of, these guys came in, but Jeremy was telling, or Alderman Wilson was telling me that I don't remember which one it was, but one bid that came in was actually substantially cheaper than substantially cheaper than the projected, so we're hoping that'll be the same thing, so. And again, we probably need to spend some funds, but in the extra $25,000, if we could do that as we come out of finance, what Larry was saying about, $100,000 in the sidewalks, and if we split that 4 ways, that's more money than we'll have to spend too. We'd like to get this going just to see where we are and what kind of money we're gonna need to spend, because right now it's just up in the air. Don't truly know any number.
Make a motion.
I have a motion.
Motion to bid it out?
Motion to bid out Cheney and Bidwell Street projects.
Yes, sir.
Motion by Alderman Bryant, second. Alderman Wilson, questions or comments? Roll call.
Doug Brown,
Yes.
Megan Bryant,
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll,
Yes.
Jim Olive. Jim,
Yes.
Driscoll Teddy,
Yeah, Kenny.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Motion Motion carries 7-0. City Attorney update, Rocky.
Okay, first thing is that I have not heard back as of today from American Tower on the city's counter proposal for $350,000. As an email that I shared with you, with Jody Winston, she had hoped to respond to me by this evening. I have not heard, so I'll check with her tomorrow to see where they're at. Second thing is that you've got 2 lawsuits against the city, as I sent those on, and also I have replied to 2 relatively new lawsuits, so those things are progressing. And then finally is, I just want to remind everyone, I did get notice that the Illinois Municipal League has been scheduled for September 15th to 18th this year, and I would urge that anyone that's going to attend probably get the registration as soon as possible. Your hotel reservations before they fill up. So that's all I have, unless there's any questions.
Thank you. Mayoral update. Thank you to everyone that participated in the 4th of July parade. Thank you to Phil and Road at Champley for organizing the parade lineup. Thank you to the Honor Guard for participating, the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts, and everyone else that participated. Taylorville had quite the celebration with the car show on Friday, Chalk the Square on Saturday, the boat parade on Sunday, along with music in Bishop's Cove on Sunday afternoon, and our wonderful parade on Monday morning, along with the mayor's luncheon. Thank you to the many sponsors, Angelo's, Ron's Produce, Kroger, Walmart, Pepsi. Special thank you to Bob Ryers for supplying the ice cream. Thank you to Linda Allen with the Chamber and Marcia Neal with Downtown Taylorville.org helping me put this parade on. Special thank you to Lee Skinner with Small Town Taylorville, and a very, very special thank you to Izzy Miller and Ella Hohenstein, who was the music addition for this event. A wonderful ceremony by the county board honoring Bill Kennedy. Thank you to Matt Wells and the Christian County Board. Getting back to our staff. Thank you to Mike Tennant and the cemetery staff and the many volunteers who helped put the flags up. We'll be taking the flags down this Thursday at 4:30 if anyone would like to help. Thank you to Jeffrey Ortman and the Lake Crew for the wonderful display at the dam. These flags were purchased by the Salvage Dogs and my cleanup committee. Thank you to the VFW, the VFW Riders, and the VFW Auxiliary for their new obelisk. What a great ceremony Monday afternoon. Special thank you to the Optimus Club for this spectacular fireworks. I heard that was the best they've ever seen. Also, I want to remind everyone, Journey in July is July 15th through the 17th, so I hope everyone shops downtown. Thank you. Committee reports. Discussions and/or motions to approve, adopt, and/or deny, and/or table, and/or amend, and/or refer to an appropriate committee in whole or in part the matters regarding the following subject matters discussed at the committee level. Public facilities. Alderman Olive?
Mayor, first thing, motion to recommend to the city council to approve the purchase and installation of one CI-112S, you got the numbers in front of you there. Camera, there's actually 2 cameras, 1 video power supply. This is for the sally floor for the police department, of a price not to exceed $2,214. Put that in form of motion.
Motion by Alderman Olive, second.
Second.
Alderman Bryant, questions or comments? Roll call.
Megan Bryant?
Yes.
Larry Bud?
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll?
Yes.
Jim Olive?
Yes.
Chris Popetti?
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson?
Yes.
Brett Brown?
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. Street and sewer, Alderman Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor. We're gonna skip the first one, it's very aggressive. Motion to recommend to the city council to authorize and direct the mayor to sign pay request number 3 from Truman L. Flat and Sons Company Incorporated in the amount of $136,492.71 for work on East Main Cross Street improvements. This is conditioned upon receipt of signed contract lien waivers in this amount. Certified payrolls and recommendations by the project engineer that the work has been satisfactorily performed. Make that form of motion with comment.
Motion by Alderman Wilson,
Second.
second. Alderman Driscoll, comment, Alderman Wilson.
Well, as a we have not received the lien waiver, correct?
Yes, we did.
Oh,
We
you
got
did?
it on Friday.
Well, never mind then.
Yep.
Any other questions? or
Came Friday
comments?
late.
Roll call?
Larry Bud,
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Popetti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson,
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Finance Committee, Alderman Bud?
I got one more.
Oh, there's one more.
Excuse me.
Oh, I got one more.
Sorry.
Motion to recommend the city council direct the city attorney to prepare an ordinance to amend the city code to place a stop sign at the southwest and northwest corners of 1100 North, 1500 East Road. Make that a form of motion.
Motion by Alderman Wilson.
Second.
Alderman Bryant. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Finance Committee.
Hang on, hang on.
Before we move to the finance committee, I wanted to point out, that in a committee meeting of June 23, there was a discussion that there was gonna be a resolution to approve the policies and procedures for the selection of qualified engineering services for federally funded IDOT transportation projects. So I'm assuming your city engineer's there, and if he was gonna present some kind of resolution, perhaps at the next meeting, or back to the committee level to take care of that resolution.
I have it in my possession now. I had it.
Okay.
It'll be on that.
It'll be on the next council.
Yes. All right, Ross. Finance Committee, Alderman Bud.
The first motion out of finance was to recommend to the city council approve the fiscal year 5/1/22 to 4/30/23 budget in the amount of $26,102,193. Make that formal motion.
Motion by Alderman Bud, second.
Second.
Alderman Bryant, questions or comments? Roll call?
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Popetti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson,
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0.
The next motion was recommend the city council approve the fiscal year 5/1/22 through 4/30/23 and appropriations in the amount of $36,574,930. Make that formal motion.
Motion by Alderman Bud, second.
Second.
Alderman Bryant, questions or comments? Roll call?
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Popetti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0.
And the last one was recommend the city council to direct the city clerk's office to prepare the appropriation ordinance for the fiscal year 2022 to 2023 in the amount of $36,574,930, and that document be available for public inspection at the city clerk's office beginning July 6, 22, and that a public hearing be set at 6:45 p.m. on Monday, July 18, 22. Make that form of motion.
Motion by Alderman Bud, second.
Second.
Alderman Bryant, questions or comments? Roll call?
Chris Popetti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Motion to approve and or ratify payment of bills, $293,305.96. Motion by Alderman Bud, second.
Second.
Alderman Skoltedi, questions or comments?
First-
Alderman Bud.
First of all, we're gonna pull the Dunn's bill for Dunn's ambulance for $248.27. There's some discrepancy on that we've got, so that makes the bills total $293,057.69. Insurance, $11,939.75. Illinois Public Risk, $17,314. Electric, $19,461.64. Garbage, $4,717.80. Farm and Home, Ace, Ron's, and Taylorville Feed, $2,436.99. Downtown Taylorville.org, $1,894.71. Midwest Occupational Health for drug screens, $1,035. Christian County Treasurer's Office for real estate taxes, $3,651.34. That's on property that the city owns. Meyer, Austin, Ramona, $4,503. United Capital Funding, $3,051.72. David and Deborah Durham, this is for One East Market on BDD, $33,749. Fire Department, dolls for uniforms and equipment, $1,227.54. Street Department, Decker Supply for signs, $1,138.91. Darrell's Ag Management for spraying, $9,244.20. Ricky Peters, $5,723.20. Zach Adams, and this is for trees, $2,200. And Dunn's Paving for Delano Drive, $73,514.85. MFT, PH Broughton for Cold Patch, $2,970.54. McCombs Quarry, $1,060.47. Sewer Department, Vanderbilt Engineering, $51,215. Water Department, Midwest Meters, $4,948.27. Chemicals, $15,194.92. And these total $267,506.66.
Roll call.
Jeremy Wilson?
Yes.
Doug Brown?
Yes.
Megan Bryant?
Yes.
Larry Bud?
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll?
Yes.
Jim Olive?
Yes.
Crystal Petty?
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. First subparagraph G of 5 ILCS 120/2.06. This portion of the city council meeting is reserved for any person wishing to address the council on any relevant subject matters concerning the city. The Illinois Open Meeting Act 5 ILCS 120/1FC mandates no action shall be taken on subject matters not listed on the agenda, but the council may direct staff to address the topic or refer the subject matter to a future council and/or committee meeting. If anyone wishes to address the council, please provide your name and address, limit your comments or presentation to 3 minutes, and avoid repetitious comments. Thank you. Anyone out there like to speak? Any alderman like to speak?
Actually, I got a question. What all do you need from me next time I come so you guys can vote on that game?
I'll have Andy call you tomorrow to see what we need, consult with Rocky,
Thank you.
see exactly what you need.
Thank you.
Okay?
Appreciate it.
Anyone else like to speak? All right, seeing none, need a motion to go into closed session. Motion by Alderman Driscoll, second. I'll keep reading it. Pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2, C1 and C2, to discuss the following subject matters. Any compensation for any 2021-2022 vacation days, personal days, or sick days that may or may not have been earned or accrued by former city treasurer Kelly Hamel, and any and all other subject matters related to aforesaid subject matters, and to include if present, the following persons to be present during all or part of such closed session, namely the mayor, alderman, city attorney, DESIGNATION, city clerk, city treasurer, and such other persons or persons as the mayor may decide and announce during this city council meeting and or during such closed session. Motion to go into closed session. Alderman Driscoll, second by Alderman Bud. Roll call.
Doug Brown? Megan Bryant?
No.
No? Is that a real no?
That's a real no.
Okay. Larry Bud?
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll?
Yes.
Jim Olive?
Yes.
Crystal Petty?
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson?
Yes.
Doug Brown?
Yes.
Motion carries 6-1 to go into closed session.
The time, please, Madam Clerk.
It is 7:33.
So, Mr. Mayor, was there any other persons on the web?
Yeah, I would like Kelly to remain in here, Marlon Broom, and also David.